Most people start with anime. It's colorful, dramatic, and easier to watch than ever thanks to streaming. But anime is only half the story. Manga isn't just where anime comes from. It's an entirely different experience that gives you more depth, more freedom, and in some cases, access to stories you'll never see animated. So let's talk about why manga matters. The majority of anime is adapted directly from manga. Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, all of them began as black and white panels in a magazine before they hit a screen. But here's the catch, the anime version isn't always one-to-one. Studios face deadlines, budgets, and TV restrictions. That's why we see things like filler arcs in Naruto or censored content in Tokyo Ghoul. The manga is usually the creator's original uncut vision. If you want the most accurate version of the story, you go to the manga. Manga might look simpler because it's black and white, but that's part of its strength. Artists use shading, speed line, and paneling to create intensity in ways anime sometimes can't match. Take One Punch Man. Yusuke Murata's manga illustrations of Saitama vs. Boros are so detailed that fans still call them some of the most greatest fight spreads in manga history. And they look different than the anime. Manga forces your imagination to fill in the blanks, making the experience more personal. In anime, you're locked into the studio pacing, 20 to 25 minutes per episode, with scenes drawn out to fit timing. In manga, you decide. You can savor a powerful panel for as long as you want, or binge 50 chapters in one night. The turning of a page can also act as a dramatic pause or reveal, something anime can't replicate in the same way. That control changes how the story feels. Some of the greatest mangas never get a faithful anime. Berserk is a prime example. Yes, it has multiple anime versions, the 1997 series, the Golden Age films, even the controversial 2016 CGI adaptation, but none of them cover the full story or capture Kentaro Miura's artwork in its true form. Then there are stories like Vagabond by Takehiko Inoue or 20th Century Boys by Naoki Urasawa. Both are critically acclaimed masterpieces, yet neither has received an anime adaptation. And there are others like Oyasumi Punpun that likely never will due to how complex or mature their themes are. If you never touched manga, you miss entire worlds of storytelling. Manga has a unique emotional trick. Sometimes it's the silence of a panel with no dialogue. Sometimes it's the way a full page spread hits you after a slow buildup. In Attack on Titans, fans reading the manga week by week felt shocks months before the anime revealed them, and the page-turn reveals carried a suspense the anime could only imitate. That raw, page-driven pacing creates moments you never forget. Unlike anime, which is produced by large teams, manga is usually written and drawn by one creator with a handful of assistants. Reading manga means you're seeing their vision directly. Every panel comes from their hand. That intimacy creates a deeper bond between creator and reader. Sometimes that can get diluted once the story is adapted for television. So why manga? Because it's not just the source material, it's the core of the medium. It gives you the story the way it was meant to be told. It gives you masterpieces that might not ever be animated, and it connects you directly with the mind of the creator. Anime is the performance, but manga is the script, and without it, you're missing half the story. If you've only ever watched anime, I challenge you. Pick up a manga this week, whether it's something mainstream like My Hero Academia or something that's never been animated like Vagabond. See the difference for yourself, because once you do, you'll understand why manga matters.